Hey guys, how you doing? It's good to see you again. So today we are going to continue talking about time. This is going to be our last day talking about time. And we've been talking about this clock right here. Do you remember what kind of clock this is? This is an analog clock. And on our analog clock, we learned about these two things here. Do you remember what this one is called? Well, it's the little one, so it's the hour hand. And this is the big one, and it's the minute hand. So let's do some review. If my minute hand is pointing right at the 12, and my hour hand is pointed straight at the 5, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock. But what happens when I move the minute hand down here to the 6? Now where is my hour hand pointing? Well, it's not pointing at the 5, and it's not pointing at the 6. It's halfway in between. So we would say it's 5:30. So today, instead of doing our analog clock, we're going to be talking about this digital clock. And remember, I told you that a digital clock has digits on it. Remember, digits is a fancy word for numbers. And so when I look at this clock right here, I can see the hour at the beginning. The first two numbers are the hour, and the second two numbers are the minutes. So on this clock right now, there's a 10 in the hour and a 0 in the minutes. So it is 10 o'clock. So if I were to push this button now, I could change the time. Oh, it went too far. Now, my first two numbers tell me that it's 10. What number do you see here with these two digits? That's 30. So the time is 10:30. And since a minute is since an hour is 60 minutes long, 30 is halfway between. So when it says a 30 here, we would say it's 10:30. Let's try another one. What time does that say? Well, for my hour, it says 11. And for my minutes, it says 0. So this time would be 11 o'clock, because there's 0 minutes. But how about now? There's two ways we could say this. We can say the first two digits as one number. So this is 11. And our second two digits as one number, 30. So it could be 11:30. But remember, when it has that 30 here, it's 11:30. So let's do one more. Come over here where there's not two digits. So now there's only one digit over here, and that's a 3. And then over here we have our zeros. So we would say it's 3 o'clock. And if I go past that, 30 minutes, now it's 3:30. So this is our digital clock, and now we know how to read the time on it. Let's look at page number 637. So in this one, what they want you to do is read the time on the digital clock and then put it on the analog clock. So this one says that it is 4 o'clock. And if you remember, when it's right on the o'clock, that means that our hour hand is going to point straight to that number. Where is the minute hand going to point? Well, it's o'clock, so it's going to point right up here at the 12. So it's 4 o'clock. All right, let's look at this one. Here, I'll put 4 o'clock. On the second one, oh, is it still 4 o'clock? No, it says it's 4:30 or 4:30. So when it's 4:30, my hour hand's got to go past the 4, halfway to the 5, like this. And where's that minute hand going to point? It's not o'clock. It's 4:30, so it's going to point halfway around the clock at the 6. So the time is 4:30. I hope you find this reading the digital clock a little easier than reading the analog, because all you really have to do is look at the numbers and it tells you what time it is. The only thing you have to remember is when you see that 30, it means half past. All right, well, I hope you do a good job on your math pages today. If you have any questions, please send me a message on ClassDojo or Google Classroom, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Good luck, guys.